Walking up a flight of stairs should feel like a normal transition from one floor to another, but for many of us, it slowly turns into a daunting physical challenge that makes our hearts race and our knees ache. When you stand at the bottom of a staircase looking up, feeling a wave of hesitation, or realizing you are entirely dependent on a handrail, your body is communicating a clear message about its current strength reserves. Climbing stairs is one of the most demanding functional tasks we face in daily life because it requires your legs to lift your entire body weight against gravity, using only one limb at a time. It demands a unique combination of raw leg power, single leg stability, and joint flexibility that regular walking on flat ground simply does not train. The good news is that you do not have to accept the stairs as an unbeatable obstacle or start avoiding the upper levels of your own home. By breaking down the exact mechanics of stepping upward and introducing targeted movements into your routine, you can rebuild your lower body strength and glide up the steps with absolute ease. The supported box step-up matrix. The most direct way to get better at climbing stairs is to practice the exact mechanics of stepping upward in a controlled, adjustable environment. The step-up exercise isolates your quadriceps and glutes, forcing a single leg to take on the responsibility of lifting your entire body weight without any assistance from momentum. Many people struggle with stairs because their legs have forgotten how to drive power through the heel to lift the torso smoothly, leading to a choppy, straining movement that overloads a kneecap. Practicing this movement on a low, secure step allows you to rebuild that vertical driving power safely while using a wall or a sturdy railing to eliminate any fear of tipping over. Consider the common frustration of trying to visit a friend's house or a local doctor's office, where the entrance features a steep set of concrete steps without a reliable center railing. You find yourself pulling heavily with your arms or stepping sideways awkwardly just to clear each step, feeling completely exhausted before you even get inside the building. To reclaim your stepping power, try the low box step-up drill. Stand directly in front of a low exercise step or the bottom step of your staircase, placing one hand firmly on the wall or handrail for balance. Place your entire right foot flat onto the step, press firmly down through your right heel, and drive your body upward until your right leg is completely straight, letting your left foot hover cleanly beside it. Lower your left foot back down to the floor with absolute control, completing 10 smooth repetitions on one side before switching to the other. The assisted single leg touchdown. Climbing stairs is not just about the strength required to lift yourself up. It also requires immense eccentric control, which is a muscle power needed to lower yourself down safely from one step to the next. Descending stairs is actually where most knee pain and stumbles occur, because your front thigh muscles have to act like automotive brakes, absorbing high impact forces while your body weight shifts forward. If these braking muscles are weak, your knee joint collapses inward slightly with every step down, causing a sharp, grinding pain and making you feel like your leg might give way beneath you. Training this lowering phase in a shallow, secure range of motion builds bulletproof knee stability and dissolves descending joint pain. Think about the anxious sensation you feel when walking down the steps at a sports stadium or a local theater, where every downward step feels jarring, loud, and unstable, forcing you to grip the handrail with both hands until your knuckles turn white. This lack of braking power alters your coordination and keeps your leg muscles locked in a state of high tension. To build reliable brakes, perform the heel touchdown challenge. Stand sideways on the very edge of the bottom step of your staircase, holding onto the handrail for absolute security. Keep your right foot firmly planted on the step. Slowly bend your right knee and lower your left leg off the side until your left heel gently kisses the floor below. Immediately press through your right foot to return to the starting position, completing 12 shallow, controlled touchdowns per leg. The seated explosive leg press drill. To clear a step efficiently, your nervous system needs to recruit your fast-twitch muscle fibers, which are the explosive cells responsible for generating quick force against a sudden load. When we walk slowly or sit for long periods, these power fibers go dormant, leaving our legs feeling heavy, slow, and completely drained of energy when faced with an incline. The seated leg press drill allows you to train these explosive muscle fibers against the resistance of your own body weight, without putting a single ounce of compression onto your lower back or hip joints. This exercise teaches your brain how to rapidly send electrical signals down into your thighs, giving you that vital pop needed to lift your feet cleanly. Imagine carrying a heavy basket of laundry or a bag of groceries up from the basement, And halfway up the flight, your thighs begin to burn intensely and shake from exhaustion, forcing you to stop and rest on a step. This sudden fatigue happens because your muscles are lacking the fast-acting power needed to sustain a vertical climb under load. To awaken your explosive fibers, sit tall on the front edge of a sturdy, straight-back chair with your feet flat on the floor directly under your knees. Cross your arms over your chest, lean slightly forward from your hips, and press aggressively through your heels to explode up into a standing position as fast as you safely can. Lower your body back down into the seat over a slow 3-second count, and repeat this explosive ascent 10 times to build lasting dynamic endurance. The standing calf and shin equilibrium. Your lower legs, specifically the calves and the shin muscles, act as a steering mechanism that controls how your feet interact with the edge of each step. If your calves are incredibly tight, they restrict your ankle flexibility, preventing your knee from moving forward over your toes naturally, which is a movement required to lean into a staircase properly. At the same time, if your front shin muscles are weak, you cannot lift the front of your foot high enough to clear the lip of the next step, causing you to constantly stub your toes and trip forward. Balancing the strength and flexibility of these lower leg structures ensures your feet lift cleanly and plant securely on every level. Consider the dangerous real-world scenario where you are walking up the stairs at night and the toe of your shoe snags on the carpet lip of the step because your shin muscle failed to lift your foot high enough, causing a sudden forward lurch that catches you completely off guard. To prevent this toe-catching habit, practice the calf-to-shin rocking routine. Stand facing a wall or the back of a heavy chair, placing your hands flat against it for absolute balance support. Press down through the balls of your feet to lift your heels as high as possible, squeezing your calves at the top for 1 second. Lower your heels back down and immediately lift your toes in front of your feet as high off the ground as you can, rocking back slightly onto your heels while feeling your shins tighten. Repeating this fluid cycle 20 times. The chair-assisted hip flexor extension. Every time you lift your leg to place it onto a higher step, you are relying entirely on a deep group of pelvic muscles known as your hip flexors. Hours of sitting in deep chairs causes these hip muscles to become incredibly tight, short, and weak, which binds your pelvis and makes it physically difficult to lift your knee toward your chest. When your hips are locked up, you cannot achieve the step height required for standard staircases, forcing your lower back to twist and bend awkwardly to help lift your leg. Extending and opening up these deep pelvic tracts restores your natural leg clearance, allowing you to lift your knees high without any structural strain. Picture the daily physical discomfort trying to climb into a tall vehicle, an SUV, or a high public transport bus, where you feel a tight, painful pinching sensation in the front of your hip that makes it difficult to swing your leg up onto the step. This restriction cuts down your stride height and leaves your lower body feeling rigid and uncoordinated. To unlock your hip clearance, stand adjacent to a sturdy chair, holding the backrest with your right hand for security. Take a large step backward with your left foot, keeping your torso perfectly upright, and gently lower your left knee down toward the floor until you feel a deep, opening stretch across the front of your left hip. Hold this high extension stretch for 30 seconds, and then alternate sides to grant both hips a wonderful sense of fluid, lifting freedom. If you found these stair climbing exercises helpful and want to continue rebuilding your physical independence, protecting your joints, and moving through your life with absolute freedom, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more practical health guides.